on you since I was a kid. Always thought you walked tall. Look like you done learned how to crawl.
Hey, welcome back to BUFORD PUSSER, the other story. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the passing of Joe Don Baker. You know, he passed away on May 7th. For some reason, the family didn't announce it until this past Tuesday. I mean, it's been, 8 days or so before they released the information about his death. They didn't disclose the cause of his death, but he was 89, so there is that. He was one of my favorite actors of all times because he was so versatile. You would see him play a lot of law enforcement roles. He did so in both movie and TV. You'd see him playing private detectives, sadistic hitmen in different movies. You saw him in the prison film, The Cool Hand Luke. That's where I first saw him. He had an uncredited role there with Paul Newman. But he could also do comedy, which was kind of amazing. I guess I wanted to typecast him, you know, as a law enforcement person after seeing him in Walking Tall, but he had talent far beyond that, so what can I tell you? He played a baseball player in The Natural with Robert Redford. He played a drug-dealing cop, chief of police in Fletch, which was with Chevy Chase in 1985. He played in The Grass Harp, and he played a private investigator in Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear in 1991. I think his last role was in Mud with Matthew McConaughey, where he played, you know, the role of a very vengeful father. So, like I say, all kinds of roles, all kinds of things. Hats off to Joe Don Baker. I think he's one that is going to be missed. While I'm on here, I might remind everybody we are going to have the Truth Has No Agenda tour Saturday, the 24th of this month, May 24th. We're going to make all the important Pusser sites. It's going to be a caravan style tour where you are in your own vehicle and you tune your radio to a certain FM station that will be posted at the meet and greet that morning. We're going to get together about 8:30 at the Ag Center in Selmer, there at the fairgrounds. We'll meet there for about an hour and a half, have coffee, donuts, and then we'll leave on the tour, which I might add is free, with the possible exception, and it's optional if you want to attend the museum. They do charge an admission fee of $10 for adults, $3 for kids 7 to 17, and it's free if you're 6 and under. But that would be the only cost associated with it. We've always had a good time doing this. We go around to all the Pusser stops. The first one will be at the crash site where Buford lost his life. From there we'll go on into the Adamsville Cemetery, where we'll visit and pay our respects to the Pusser family who's interred there. From there we go to the museum. We'll be there for an hour, hour and a half, and then when we leave there, this is the part that I hope everybody thinks about. We're going to take the route that Buford and Pauline took the morning of August 12th, 1967, when the alleged ambush occurred. And I hope people really pay attention to how long the route is, and even though it's changed a lot, there's a lot more homes and such. Roads are in a lot better condition now than they were, 56, 57 years ago. But I want people to pay attention to what it would have been like to drive that route on that morning. And it made me wonder why that Buford didn't just get on Highway 64, 2 blocks from his home, take that into Selmer, and then get on 45 and be at Hollis Jordan's, where this alleged disturbance call was coming from. Now there will be photo stops along the way, because we will stop at the memorial there where he lost his life. You'll have a photo op at the cemetery. And as we do take that tour on down New Hope Road, we're going to stop at the church where the alleged ambush party waited on him. At each site, we'll have someone that will speak. For instance, Dennis Hathcock, when we get to the first ambush site, he's going to explain what all that he saw there that morning when R.C. Matlock was there on scene. Then he'll also explain what he saw at the second ambush site, how he discovered the shell casings and the glass and went back to the first ambush site to report it to authorities. From the second ambush site, we will go on down to the state line area. Now, there's not a lot left there, but it does give you a good impression of where everything was, and especially the fact that there were only 2 places right there immediately along the state line that were in Buford's jurisdiction. For instance, there was the Shamrock Motel, because the restaurant sat just across the state line in Mississippi, where Buford had no authority. Then the Plantation Club was kind of across and adjacent to the restaurant in Mississippi, where Buford had no authority. Besides, it was closed down before Buford ever took sheriff. In fact, a lot of people aren't aware of because of what they saw in Walking Tall. But there's also the White Irish that's there. It's the last time I was by, it was still standing, but just barely. So you need to get a look at it while you can. On down there was the area where Buford stopped at the Kitty residence, and when he was approached, he took off, headed on towards Selmer.
Be sure and subscribe and hit that bell so that you'll get notifications of new videos when they're released.
But there'll be a lot of photo ops at the state line area. We'll be there for a little while. Then we'll get back on 45 and go just about a mile down the road to where Sheriff Dickey lost his life. You'll see where Hollis Jordan's Tavern sat. We'll get on the new 45 then, go down a little ways, and we'll take Guy's Chihuahua Road, and you'll see where Junior Smith's Old Hickory Grill was located. You'll also see the building that housed Willie B's. And I think we're probably going to go by the residence where Pearl Wade lived. From there, we'll get back over toward 45. It's getting windy out here. We'll get back on 45, and we will go down by Alan McCoy's store location. That's where Buford and Pauline were found the morning of the ambush. And, when he couldn't go any further, that's where he pulled over. After that, we'll make a pass by the area where the gun exchange was that was observed by Dennis and Johnny Harrison. Now, a really interesting part of the tour is going to be when we get up to the courthouse, because first we'll see what the county has set aside as Buford's offices. However, when we get there, we'll find out where his real office was there in the courthouse. That's in the basement area. And then we'll go on up to the top floor where the jail is located. And you'll be able to walk through, get some photos of it, see what it was like to be a prisoner in a county jail back in those days. Kind of reminds me of the first jail I worked in. Yep, I'm that old. After we do that, we will take a trip down to the courtroom where Judge Treese held trial. Have a question and answer session there. Anything that anybody wants to ask, we're open to trying to answer. Dennis Hathcock, myself, and probably someone from the county will be there to help answer any questions. Then we'll take a break, and for those who want, we usually get together and have dinner after that at some restaurant that we'll name at the meet and greet itself. So we always have a good time. Again, the thing to remember is this is a free tour, and like we like to call it, the Truth Has No Agenda tour, because we just try to tell the story the way it really happened. So I hope all of you can join us. Look forward to it, and just remember, until then, truth has no agenda. And thanks for watching.